Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Highwire Improv Tuesday evening shows. We are so excited that you're here watching us. It's our last week of season 9. We are closing it out with a run of strong performances and strong performers. We're so excited to have some great shows tonight. We have a 3-show evening tonight. We've got 2 duos to start us off with Menage duo and Charmers duo, followed by the online debut of Live Baltimore, which had their in-person debut just this Saturday, so we're excited to see that as well. It's going to be a great set of shows. Before we get started, as always, a couple reminders of the ongoing in-person activities happening with Highwire in the Baltimore area. On Wednesday, we have the next in our long-running series of in-person jams. Those are at the Roland Park Community Center from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. This Saturday, we have our in-person community meeting, although we will also be streaming that on Zoom as well for people who want to join virtually. Talk about 2022, talk about our plans for 2023. If you want to get involved in that in some way, you're all welcome to do so. And then we'll follow that up with our last in-person show of season 9 at the Lou Costello Room in Hamden. Looking forward to all of that, but that is 1 to 4 days away. We are living in the now, and we are living ready for our first improv set of the evening. Please welcome the wonderful duo of Menage duo.
Good evening, folks. We are Menage duo. My name is Michael Shelby. This is my illustrious best partner in the world, Mr. David Silberman, with a B. Today, to get us started, we need absolutely nothing besides your attention, your undivided attention. Thank you. Here we come. Hmm.
Your lack of commitment is making me nuts.
Fear of missing out, FOMO, is my biggest character defect. You knew that. I told you that up front. Now you're angry.
I'm freaked out. I'm not angry yet. Mark, I've dedicated 13 minutes standing on this line to get a cronut. And it doesn't seem like it matters to you, Mark.
It matters. I just don't know what I want. It's a big menu. Don't take it personally.
I take my entire life personally. I hate the notion of not taking things personally. How else should I take it? A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down? Really?
You and your medicine go down. Think of me. Fear of missing out, fear of commitment is a big thing with me. It took me 3 weeks to select my blue underwear. It's a problem, okay? It's not about you, and you make it about yourself always.
Okay, as long as you brought up the 3-week-old underwear that you wore until you figured out that you wanted to change over to blue. I mean, I got to tell you, the time that we sat on the couch watching Days of Our Lives, they were painful. Olfactorily painful.
You have my full and most sincere apology. But at least I picked black. And yes, it took 3 weeks. Yes, it took me 3 weeks. I own that. But the Days of Our Lives were a good show. You could put a little clothespin. I mean, come on.
My nose hairs got singed. They fell out. Just sitting with you on the couch, week after week, wondering, is he still? Is he still? Is he still? And then one day you come out in the kind of like that Speedo like BVD world that you're in, where you're like, yeah, new underwear, what do you think? And I go, it explains everything. Wait. Let me, can I see that again, please? Shit, you've been wearing those for 6 weeks, dude. I mean, I'm glad you finally made a decision. Now it's like you went from 3 weeks to 6 weeks.
I've been looking at the green ones next. These are getting ripe even for me. Wanda, would you really prefer me just to go commando at this point? That's even worse.
I would be willing to try commando because I'm really at the Fisher cut bait point here.
You're judging me by my underwear. Even a 6 weeks underwear. I am still me. I am still the person who loves you, and you are judging me by my underwear?
I'm not in touch with my higher self, my non-judgmental, etheric, kumbaya self. When I'm up against this olfactory assault on a continual basis. I'm so glad that the line we're on is outside and there's a breeze, so nobody else can know what I know.
I still love you, and that is precisely why I asked you to meet me outside. I respect your olfactory sense and glance and singed hairs because I care for you.
Great. So what I want from you is when we get to the door and it's like the vestibule that we're going to be inside, you wait.
I'll drop my drawers.
Just wait outside.
I'll wait outside.
Thank you.
Yeah. You can say that again. Blow out your cheeks all you want. Ain't gonna work this time. Nope. No.
You get to my age, there's a lot of more candles on the cake. It takes a couple of passes to knock them all down.
And yet it is still not working. Maybe it's your asthma medicine. Maybe it's the age. There are the candles. It ain't gonna work this time. Not at your age. Nope.
All right, Alfred. So now I know what I want for my birthday. You've asked. I haven't been coy. I just haven't been clear. Now I know what I want for my birthday.
Please
I
be clear.
want, okay? I want you to blow the candles out for me and make a wish for me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I am almost 3 months younger than you are. I can probably blow out those candles, but I cannot read your mind. I don't know what your wish is. Do not make me guess what your wish is, because if I guess it wrong, you're going to yell at me.
We've been together 36 years.
30, almost 37.
And I have never fucking yelled at you. Never.
I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna start now.
I didn't yell at you. I am frustrated. You make me want to read your mind. And every time it happened in the past, you get mad without yelling, ignored me when I didn't write it right.
But I never yelled at you.
You did not. Okay. You don't have the lung capacity to yell. I got it. I understand.
You stole my scuba card renewal application. Because
Twins, and I forgot to fill it out. Yes, I did, but that was like a long time ago.
but I think you're just trying to control my lung activity.
Really?
Really?
I try to control your lung activity when you're the one who cannot blow out the last 2 candles.
And so you threw away my scuba card renewal application because you were concerned what happens if a swordfish comes and cuts my line when I'm underwater and I'm trying to spark up a relationship with a mermaid. And you're like, oh my God, you'd be so jealous that the mermaid wanted me.
And I am not sharing my spare octopus with you underwater. You got cooties. I hate that. Don't walk away. Or if you're going to walk away, at least take the shirt off to show me your big, powerful back. Do that for me. But don't walk away.
All right. I did that. Okay. I walked away because I found myself sneaking up on screaming at you for the first time in almost 37 years.
Maybe you should try that. So if I turn around and show you my back,
Yeah, nice back.
you start screaming?
Yeah, it's not triggering for me. What's triggering is you having undercut my budding relationship with the mermaid.
With a mermaid.
That's triggering.
She was an underwater fisherwoman from Philippines. Okay? She forgot to take off her skirt. You, lacking oxygen, thought she was a mermaid. You tried to have carnal relationships with her underwater. I had to step in. I had to pull you out. I'm sorry. Take your time. Mm-hmm.
She's the true love of my life.
Oh, you were into her. You were engaged. Lacking oxygen. It's that trauma, that impression is deep, deep, deep inside you. It probably feels like true love. Almost 37 years here. And she's your true love. She was pretty. I'll give you that.
Oh, it wasn't that. I mean, like she got me. How can I like
She got
when she took my breath away,
Uh-huh.
I felt good about that. When you take my breath away, I mull. Is this going to be the time that I'm going to scream? I mull.
But you don't scream. You maul, you think. I am less of a breath taker awayer than the young Filipino love of your life. Okay, I'll give you that. Almost 37 years later, not a young Filipino girl. But I am here. She's not.
You are sucking the life out of me.
Now, now you mocking my celebratory sartorial choices? You suck. Come on.
Oh.
God. You, you really know how to hurt my feelings. You know that? Almost 37 and a half years together. You really still know how to push my buttons. Yeah. I was so excited. Now I feel like shit.
Gerald,
Yes, Peter.
you are so exquisitely, lovingly predictable.
Predictable. Predictable? Maybe to you. Other people like me. They don't point a finger and say predictable. To you, I am predictable.
I love that you're predictable.
Oh. Go on.
I know that when I come down in the morning, the coffee is fresh and hot.
And ready. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know that the poached eggs will be coming out of the pan
Just the way.
10 seconds after the toast has been buttered. And you breathe me that Himalayan pink salt to sprinkle on the eggs with a freshly sliced tomato. I love that you're that predictable.
Peter, did you notice something a little bit unpredictable and different this morning? I forgot to butter your toast. I sprinkled the salt, but I forgot to buy the butter last night. Did you notice?
I did.
You did? Aha! That was unpredictable. You noticed and you didn't say anything. That's unpredictable, Peter.
But it's your predictability that keeps me here. And one minor faux pas of
How minor?
forgetting to buy the butter after all we've been through together,
Mhm.
I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot. The coffee was delicious. The,
Thank you.
the half and half was organic.
Organic. You notice that. The
Right?
organic, huh?
The eggs came from the chickens that you keep in the backyard. And you
Cooked
want
to
me to
perfection.
and, and you want me to lose my shit over the fact that you didn't buy butter?
Well, about the fact that I didn't put it on your toast. That was different, you see. Very different. No butter today.
It's okay.
And
I can afford to be without some calories. It's okay. I'm looking.
okay.
I'm. It's. It kind of spices things up a little bit. I'm just going to say because once you did that, like what's like, I'll go like, what else could he like? He won't put the garage door down. Oh my!
Oh,
Oh my God! He's gonna leave the toilet seat up.
ah!
Oh crap! He's not gonna run the comminutor in the middle of the sink that grinds everything up overnight, and we're gonna get invaded by festering ants. Like you not being predictable brings a certain tension, a free zone, a little mental teasing for me, and I find it just extremely endearing.
Never the garage door. And you know my fear of ants. Why did you bring up the ants? Do you know something that I don't?
I
The
do.
ants. Ah! What is it?
I'm going to give you the deluxe ant farm for your birthday.
Oh. Oh. I will blow all the candles out for you from here until the day we both die. I love you.
I love you too. You look fabulous. Hey,
Dude,
ever since you shifted into that green underwear, there's something really refreshingly different about you. You look fabulous.
thank you very much. No more singeing your nose hair.
Nope.
I
No,
got it.
no, no more leaving you outside the vestibule when I go in to buy cronuts.
I like that even more.
I,
Candles on me forever. Mwah!
happy birthday. Love you.
I love you. And that is our show today, folks. Thank you very, very much. We
Thanks, folks.
appreciate it.
Stick around. There's lots of good stuff coming behind us. Okay.
Stick around.
Thank you so much. A
Thank you.
heartwarming show. Wonderful as always from Menage Duo. Looking forward to seeing them return in a future season, which will soon have information out into the world about. Very excited. Thank you as always. And that sign off was accurate. We do have other wonderful stuff happening, upcoming in this hour and a half block this evening. We will get to that in just a moment. As always, a friendly reminder to follow us on social media. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube are the big ones. Facebook and Instagram for information, YouTube for the shows, obviously. if you really want to follow us, we have a mailing list. We have an Eventbrite. We use those. We have TikTok and Twitter. We don't use those. But if you want to collect all of our digital Pokemon, there they are. Please feel free to do so. As mentioned, we do have another show coming up now. It's another duo, and they have been performing with us for a couple seasons as well. We're really excited for them to come back to the virtual stage. Please welcome the wonderful Charmers duo.
That is Zed.
That's Michael.
And we are Charmers
Duo. To get us started, can we please have a word for inspiration?
Ooh, yes, absolutely. The word for inspiration is crowded.
Crowded?
Crowded. Yes.
Okay.
Crowded.
So last night, I went to a queer erotic film festival of like underground films that were kind of cerebral. It was kind of a mind thing. But it is the first time in a while that I've been in a small space with a lot of people. Now, granted, we're all facing the same direction, but it was maybe half masks, and it was a little anxiety causing, but at the same time, they had a whole bunch of really awesome ciders on tap, so it was worth it. And the very interesting indie queer films.
I've got a confession to make.
Gaw.
I don't know how to say this. I like hanging out with you because you're really connected. Like, you know people, you know where the coolest parties are.
I know that I should feel used, but really I'm just in awe because you think I'm cool. Or at least that I know cool people.
Yeah, you are cool. You know cool people, you know cool places, you know cool events. And
yeah,
I seriously thought you'd be upset.
Why would I be upset that you think that I'm an awesome person to know and to hang around?
See, you're putting words in my mouth now. Like, I don't find you super interesting.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
But I have interesting things happen around me.
Yes, tons of interesting things. Like, your aura is interesting things.
Well, it's like I can tell interesting stories because it's like, oh my gosh, I was at this place and this happened.
Yeah,
not this happened to me,
right?
But this happened. You know why that is?
Why?
When me and June broke up, she immediately moved away. So I kind of default gained all of our mutual friends. And they were the ones that are like cool doing things and have stuff going on. But we didn't have to split them like you normally do with the breakup. I just got them all, including like the artsy people and.
But you know what, Beth Ann, you know what that means though?
What?
If they're still your friends, that means they did like you and maybe liked you better.
She also dropped off social and moved to Ohio. So it was more like, oh, we like you too, and I'm glad I don't have to pick sides because I can't find her anyway.
Okay. Is this like microbrewed beer?
Yeah.
They make it right there. They make it right there We've got a live DJ who can play saxophone there.
You know, I feel like this is a totally trendy thing that I have glommed onto, which apparently is something I do. But I've been liking the hard seltzers.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they?
They are. But you know what they are? All they are is vodka soda with a little flavor.
Fine. I like it. And I wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for you.
You also wouldn't have known that White Claw is just absolute shit if it weren't for me.
Also true.
Because, I mean, if I'm going to introduce someone into some kind of food or drink, it's not going to be the shit kind. Like, have a little bit of standards.
Before I met you.
Yeah.
Taco Bell 5 days a week.
I remember.
Oh, I'm still finding sauce packets everywhere. No joke, over the weekend, some under my mattress.
That sounds dangerous.
I like to eat in bed. Liked to eat in bed.
No, I meant the sauce packets. I'm guessing you mean the hot sauce packets. Like if that pops and then it gets on your fingers and it gets on your, and then it gets on your.
Yeah, the little plastic packets with the cute messages on them. Like, are you in for a spicy time?
Yeah, I feel like that would possibly burst and lead to uncomfortable situations.
Well, again, under the mattress, but yeah. You know,
it's okay.
Now I'm questioning the whole idea of friendship. Like, what is a friend?
I think a friend is someone, I think it's two parts. A friend is someone that you enjoy spending time with.
Yes.
And a friend is the person that you can count on to be there for you.
Okay, that's really interesting.
Because someone that you enjoy spending time with, but they're not there for you, I think of as a good acquaintance.
No, that's really interesting, because if it's somebody that you can trust to be there for you, then that 95% of my friends are acquaintances.
Yeah.
Like, we'll meet places, we'll eat together, we'll go to a movie together, but if I was in need, no. Couldn't expect.
And I've had so many people since the breakup be like, oh my gosh, if you need anything, just call me, we can talk. And I'm like, we have never talked outside of like a knitting class.
So,
like, ever outside of knitting class, and you're just saying, oh, you are lonely. I can understand lonely.
You don't think they mean it?
I think they do.
But
I don't think I want to be that vulnerable with a person that I don't know very well.
So when you say somebody can be there for you, that include when you're vulnerable?
Yeah. Oh, yes. When I need someone to be there for me, like, sometimes it's physical. Like, I mean, you helped me paint my whole apartment when she left so that it could be mine.
Yours.
You were there physically for me, but you're also there emotionally for me so that I can vent and sometimes cry.
Yeah.
Whereas I've had a couple acquaintances who actually did come and help me pack things up and take things to like donation, whatever, but still not someone that I would feel comfortable like bearing my soul and getting into what specific things are hard.
Yeah. I wonder if somebody says, let me know if you need anything. Like, Is that out of habit? Do they think they're actually attempting a connection? Do they think they have a connection?
I've had that a lot lately. The people, I mean, it was a 18-year relationship, and she just left and disappeared and dropped off social and went to Ohio. So there's a lot of stuff for me to go through, because she left most of it, but people have said, how can I help? And especially when people are actually coming over, which is really nice. They're like, can I bring you anything? I'm assuming they mean like a dinner or something like that. And I've said things like, oh, can you bring me a pair of scissors? She took them. Oh, can you bring me some boxes that are small enough that I can put books in them and they won't be obscenely heavy?
You know, I hate to say this because I think I do this. I think sometimes when somebody says, let me know if there's anything I can do, what they're saying is, seeing you sad makes me sad. I want to fix my sadness.
Yeah.
And if that includes doing something for you, sure, but they don't know what it is.
That's the thing. I mean, a lot of difficult situations, people don't know what to do.
So maybe some of those people, they do want to help, but they truly want to help, but they don't know how. It's just like,
But also
18 years and you broke up in the weirdest, second weirdest way.
And just when people want to help, sometimes, especially right at the beginning, you're like, I cannot make decisions. I cannot make decisions about how you can help. And it's like, oh, I'll bring food over. What kind of food? I cannot make decisions right now. So
It's just like, I haven't showered in a week.
I've gotten better about that.
Your own pace.
Also, I moved into the master bath.
That's a big step. That's a big,
It's really,
big one.
it's much nicer,
Yeah,
but
you've got the
still like
walk-in
every
shower.
other day. I mean, I'm not going to say it's every day. It's every other day.
It's still, you have the bigger shower, you have 2 sinks, and you've got that tub with the jets.
Yeah, tub with jets, which is completely separate from the walk-in shower.
It's huge, yeah.
Pretty fucking amazing.
It's comfortable.
It's comfortable.
And it's yours. A little more every day.
I would say that even though it's really big, it could feel crowded with the 2 of us when we weren't really getting along.
Yeah, so there's like a, you know, I don't know if I want to comment.
Go for it.
Like, hindsight's 2020. That was a hint.
I mean, you know that I trust your opinions greatly. You are my favorite het friend who is a boy.
Okay, we're piling on the specifics.
No, I'm just saying that you're not necessarily in my closest realm. You are a het white cis man that doesn't suck and is aware of his privilege, and therefore I can actually be friends with.
When you put it that way, I will take that compliment.
Exactly. So
where's your cider?
You know, talking a lot always makes me thirsty. Which at bars, I normally want to have both a water and a drink, but then I feel awkward carrying it around, and then I'm like double fisting it, and apparently I care too much what people think.
That's another thing about growing. Not caring what people think.
I don't know if that's true. Okay, by growing, you mean growing, not getting older.
It comes with getting older, but like it can be at such a different time for everybody.
Because there are definitely people I know who are older who have not grown.
Yes. But there's a lot of people, they like suddenly hit an age, maybe it's 40, maybe it's 55, and suddenly it's like, I don't care your opinion of me.
I'm
don't
glad
mean, like,
I
they're
got
gonna
that
go out-
early.
What's that?
I'm really glad that I got that early.
It's great. And I envy that, man. But like some people, they wake up one day and it's like, I don't care what you think. And like, they're not bad people, but they're not worried about fitting expectations of individuals.
No, it's like, okay, you hired me because work, feeling that coworkers are judging you, always the worst.
Yeah, that's where I felt the most at work.
So if you go in and you're like, I do a good job, I know I do a good job. If someone complains, then I simply talk to my supervisor and say, I'm doing a good job. Can you think of another way that I can be doing a better job? And when they see it that direction, like from that light, the most they can say is like interpersonal relationships. But when I bring it in I do a good job, I work hard to do a good job, look at all my stats, what more could you possibly ask for but nicer? And they're like, you are correct. Huh. I just didn't like you, which apparently is not the most important part.
I don't know if like The Office is a model for relationships outside the office.
Oh no, The Office is a horrible, horrible place
But like when you don't care what people think, what's happening is you're actually becoming more you.
Yes. Yes.
Which can be terrifying.
Can be very terrifying, but very freeing.
You stop thinking, you stop filtering, you stop putting on a mask.
And I am going to say that as a woman, being able to say, I don't give a shit about what you think is beyond empowering, because women are raised in you must be people pleasers. You are expected to act certain ways, and that's what you do, when really that is bullshit.
So if I may ask,
Yes.
since June's gone, do you feel more you? Is Beth Ann more Beth Ann?
Beth Ann is more Beth Ann.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I bet there's more than just having painted the walls. Like, I bet you're watching different shows now. You can leave stuff out if you want, because you know where it is.
Yeah, she liked a lot of like period pieces, like Dickens and Jane Austen and all that kind of crap. And I was like, okay, but there's also a whole bunch of other awesome things out there.
Yeah. Now you get to decide.
Also, I really hate horror, and that was just
Oh yeah.
no.
So, one way to look at it. Now that you're living alone, for now, as long as you want.
For now.
You let things into your home. Things that you want to let in your home. And at the same time, you let things into your mind, your body, your soul, but only the things you want to let into those.
Huh.
But like, home is a physical manifestation of that. It's like, I'm in control of this space. Nobody else has a say over this space. I will make it what I want it to be.
There is still so many times in work where it's like, oh, the guys come in late to meetings, but since they're higher ups, it's expected someone else will give up their chair.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
You don't have enough chairs in meetings?
Okay, sometimes it's like, okay, we could only get the 10-person room, conference room, but there's really like 14 of us.
There is a lot to unpack there.
I mean, it's really hard to get like the 20-person conference rooms.
You're gonna. I simply want to say, if you're going to show up late, you don't get a chair, but then you're pulling rank, and then you could be showing up late on purpose to show that you're pulling rank.
It's just that they're so busy and so important that they get stopped on the way for emergency questions. Which I won't even go into the fact that why are all the highest level people men? Oh, wait. I had white men. That's why.
Oh, well, I think you're even cooler now.
Because I say damn the patriarchy?
Yeah, but you're also like, we don't, like, this is deeper than I'm used to with you. Like, I kind of feel I'm riding your figurative coattails because that's, you know, I guess men's clothing. Just around to things, but it's like, hey, now we're having our drinks and bonding a little more than I'm used to.
You can't ride my coattails, but you can ride my suspenders because I'm all about those.
Suspenders are great. I'm into it.
They are so fabulous.
And you don't need hips for suspenders. It's some of us. Also, it's a fashion choice. I'm sorry, I'm making this about me.
No, make things about you.
Stop caring what other people think.
What are you most afraid of what people think?
Oh, gosh. So that's actually an easy one. That I'm a fraud at everything and they will find out anytime. Like, I'm not actually a good accountant. I'm not actually that talented when I audition for the regional plays. Just somehow I got here. Somehow I got here, and I'll walk in. We'll be 3 weeks into a performance, and I'll walk in on the Saturday after a great Friday night show, and somebody's going to say,
You know that is not logistically feasible.
but I feel it right here.
I mean, but insecurities do not have to be logical. In fact, almost all insecurities are not logical.
Yeah, it's never happened. I've never been called a fraud on anything.
You know what this means here?
What?
We're real friends.
Wait, why?
Because we can both enjoy each other's company and talk about real shit and be there for each other.
Okay, we're now real friends, and you're not just the cool friend that I'm tagging along with.
You were never tagging along with. If I had a +1, which that's still so weird, I asked you because I wanted it to be you.
So there's that insecurity again. Mine, to be clear.
Oh, you mean you thought that you were just like tagging along? Well, I specifically
I was a
invited
friend,
you.
and that's going to be discovered at any moment. How
And
about?
I will say, in college, I was the +1 so many times. so many times with my friend Esther. There was this DJ who like totally in love with her, and she led him on. She had no interest in him, and he had a girlfriend, and doesn't matter.
Wow.
But he was like enamored with her, so he got her on the VIP list for like anywhere that he was showing, and we got comped into things, but it was always like Esther +1. Yeah. Yeah. And they're like, hey, gorgeous, super tall Dutch supermodel type person. Oh, who's your fat friend? I'm like, I am here to dance and you are here to judge people's clothing. So I win, and I'll be over there having much more fun.
Well, on that note, how about we top off our drinks and we go dance by the DJ?
All right. Top me off?
Right. What's that?
Top me off? Oh, thank you. Ready?
Ready.
Clank.
Wink.
Let's get our groove on.
And that's our show.
Woo!
Thank you, Barry. Thank you,
Cheers.
Highwire.
Thank you for a wonderful show, as always, from Charmers Duo. We have to see you again sometime soon. And we're going to take a brief break before our next one. Until next time, check us out Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Mondays for online shows, and Sunday afternoons, too. We're here all the time for season 10 coming soon.
So, Barry,
Yes.
do you have many friends that qualify in both the realms that we
Online
set up?
and in person?
Both you like hanging out with and you feel comfortable, like...
Oh, yeah. I would say for me personally, no. I think my close friend group is fairly small, and I'm saying this on live YouTube, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I in school I was always I had no enemies, but very few close friends. But I got along with everybody, so I had I'm comfortable being around most people, but the number of people I'll let into that next level of information is small.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's totally been 2 or 3, but a whole lot of acquaintances that are like, how are you doing? And I'm like, are you sure you want to know?
Is this the small talk answer or the I've got 3 hours answer?
Fine. Yeah. I'm doing fine.
Yeah, exactly.
When I am not doing fine and people say, how are you? I'm like, I am here.
I am here. That's the guy like that. Yeah.
And people are like, got it.
They usually understand. Get that. That's usually works. I agree.
I am here. All right. Well, we will see you next month, I believe. So
indeed. Season 10.
Have a great one.
Thanks so much.